Hey, good morning and welcome to Life Online. So I want to take you to Acts chapter 26. This is one of the passages that I go to when times are tough and I just need an adrenaline shot. So here's the scenario. It's the Apostle Paul. He's been through a lot in his missionary journeys. He has been on trial in Jerusalem. He has appealed to Rome, and he's being transported and is on his way to Rome. But he knows that it is not a time to set sail, that this is not a good time, and that they should spend winter in port where it is safe, but they have not listened to him. They get out with the boat and the ship in the Mediterranean Sea, and there is a storm that arises, and it lasts for days. So they've thrown cargo overboard. They've wrapped ropes around the ship just to keep it from falling apart. And yet they've given up hope. That's what Luke writes. They've given up hope. And it's in that moment of hopelessness that the Apostle Paul speaks to the sailors, the captain of the guard, all who are on this ship. And this is what he says. But now I urge you to keep up your courage, because not one of you will be lost, only the ship will be destroyed. Last night, an angel of the God to whom I belong and whom I serve stood beside me and said, "Do not be afraid, Paul. You must stand trial before Caesar, and God has graciously given you the lives of all who sail with you. So keep up your courage, men, for I have faith in God that it will happen just as he told me. Nevertheless, we must run aground on some island." Oh, what great verses. Paul has great faith in God. Catch these three bold declarations that he makes, and I want you to make these declarations your own. Whether it's in times of storms of life, the challenges, maybe when you're leading others, these are some great declarations. Here's the first one. I belong to God. Paul understood that. He understood that God had ownership of his life, and therefore in the middle of a great storm at sea, he knew that his life was in the hands of God. And then he also says this is the God whom I serve. I serve God. When you remember that whatever the challenges in front of you, but also whatever he has called you to do, you just do it with all your might. But when we are slaves that belong to God, he's the master, and he's the one that is responsible for the course of our life. I belong to God, I serve God, and then he said this, and I have faith in God. I have faith that it will happen just as he said. The angel laid out to me, yes, the ship will be destroyed. There will be shipwreck. We will land on an island, and over 200 of the passengers here, yes, we will be thrown to sea, but we will be saved. And what you will find is that is exactly what happened. And yes, the ship ends up being destroyed and ran into a sandbar, but not only was Paul spared and saved, not only was the guard with him saved, all of the sailors as well, and all of the prisoners were saved there. Yes, they were shipwrecked, but God saw them through. Remember that. I belong to God. I serve God. And I have faith in God. And you live your life like that. And your life will be an impact in the world around you. Hey, God bless you. Have an awesome, awesome day.